Hello everybody. Welcome back. It's Kelly Anderson in A Story of Complicated Kindness. The vision of my vlogs are strategies that we can use in everyday life, the decisions that we make to be better people, but I want it to create a cycle. So I start it, you continue it, we both do it in the end. So for this week I wanted to talk about something that's really close to my heart, and that's sports. I have been an athlete all my life. I am an avid soccer player and I absolutely love the sport. But the older I've gotten in my career, there's been a lot of thoughts that come up, and one of them is sportsmanship. Now, I've been playing since I was really young, and so I've seen everything on the field. I've seen girls against girls, I've seen parents against parents, parents against coach, parents against players, other teams. It's a crazy cycle, but I understand it because when competition is around, we're a little bit more tense, we're excited. I mean, there's a game on the line, there could be a scholarship attached, a state title, a trophy, whatever it is. There's a lot that goes into the game. It's not just kicking around a ball. But now that I'm older, the game has completely changed for me. I have gotten hurt several times. My body just can't handle the same way. But I love it. Soccer is my passion. It's my release, and it brings me a lot of joy, so I don't want to quit. I have recently joined a women's league. And in that league, there's 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds. It's just women who want to play soccer, and it's really competitive. I was actually surprised, but I love it. The problem, however, is that competition still lingers, and it gets uncomfortable for a while because we're adults, and we're out there to play, and yet we viciously still attack each other. And I get really offended because I just want to enjoy the sport that I've loved my whole life without, feeling like I have to battle to the end with the other team. There have been several times where I'm head-to-head with a defender, and after the play is done and I say, hey, that was a nice play, they just kind of look at me or give me a weird shrug. There's been several times, this one I noticed the most, the other team will score, and I always feel like people who score deserve a credit for it. And I'll say, hey, that was a really good goal, and they'll kind of scuff, or I don't know if they think I'm lying or whatever the deal is, but they don't ever say thank you. And I don't need the response, but I'm trying to add a smoother atmosphere, a more friendly game on the field, and it doesn't really come back. But, so this really brings up my whole point. I don't want this to happen, and it's not just my recreational soccer, it's sports in general. As being a sports enthusiast, I go to a lot of games, or we go watch a game at a bar, and you can see the tension between fans on the opposing team, and I don't get it. I do not get how you can fight over breakfast for your teams. You're not a player. You're not there. I understand you have the passion, and that's what makes sports so great. We all have passion. We love our players. We research. We're there, but we fight with these strangers, and it really just ruins our day. And I don't get why we get to that mode. Does it really matter, our opinion? I mean, we have the passion and the facts, but is it worth ruining your game and the day to fight with someone else? And the worst is we go off and tell people about it. Oh, you wouldn't believe, when I was at this bar, this douche came up to me and was saying all this. It just goes on, and it's just disgusting. I just feel sick about it. And I would say men do it more than women, but both genders are at fault. But it's just so unattractive. I don't really get why we have to ruin the day. I recently read this article that just gave me chills because it was so inspiring. It was about these two football teams in Texas, high school football. Well, the visiting team was from a state juvenile detention facility. And since they travel, they don't have family or fans or team spirit that follows them. So the coach of the home team decided that he was going to ask 20 of his own fans to go to the other side, to make banners for the opposing team, to cheer for players by name, to give them that support. And when he was asked why, he said, "You are just as valuable as any other player on earth. Why do these kids not deserve a team spirit? Why don't they, just because they're in this situation where they go from handcuffs to bus to field to bus to handcuffs again, doesn't mean that they don't deserve the same excitement." He was quoted saying, "There are some games which cheering for the other team feels better than winning." And I just get chills from that, because those kids had an opportunity where they felt like someone believed in them. And it really makes me wonder how many other opportunities we have in sports to be better people, to bring respect and class back to the game. One of my favorite images is in professional soccer. The captains, they, after the game, exchange jerseys, and I take yours and you take mine, and we put it on, and they clap for both sides, and it is so coexisting on that field. The game is over, the tensions have settled, but I'm going to respect you enough to put your jersey on, and I love that. I mean, it's as simple as good game, going down the sidelines, and I don't know, I think we need to take it a step further. So that's the prompt I want to ask all of you. I know we have a lot of sports fans out there. In a perfect world, how can we bring respect back to any sports game? Whether you're a player, a fan, or a coach, I want to know what you want to do to be more polite. We're all there to play sports because we have the passion for it. We don't have to be angry. We don't have to be this enemy going head to head every second. You can still be a great player and be a respectful person. So what are your ideas? Please tell me what you think, and I can't wait to hear from you next week. Take care, everyone. Good game.